What's going on, guys? Zuko back with another War Within video. Hope you're all doing very well. We're going to talk about Survival Hunter on the PTR. There were some massive changes that came through for their tier set bonus. And it's definitely like, in my opinion, it's like a build enabling type thing now. It was very generic before. Let's compare the difference between the two of them. Then I'm going to get into the details of why it's so cool. So on my previous tier list video, I talked about Survival Hunter and this is what the old tier set bonus for Survival Hunter for Season 2 was going to do, okay? Yo, guys, the gnome would really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe on the video. All right, thanks, bye. Spells and abilities have a chance to activate Winning Streak, increasing the damage of Wildfire Bomb. Then Wildfire Bomb has a chance to remove Winning Streak. When your Winning Streak is removed, your next kill command deals 200% increased damage, or additional damage, sorry, and generates 3 stacks of Tip of the Spear. So this was a very generic tier set bonus. The only good part about it, in my opinion, was the 3 stacks of Tip of the Spear. Wildfire Bomb damage is great, but oh my god, we have had so many Wildfire Bomb Survival Hunter tier set bonuses in the last, like, 3 or 4 seasons of this game. Like, I'm so sick and tired of just having Wildfire Bomb tier set bonuses. So here's what it does now. Spells and abilities have a chance to activate Winning Streak, increasing the damage of your Wildfire Bomb up to 18%. Great. That didn't change at all. Changed a little bit maybe, but I think it's the same. Now, Wildfire Bomb has a 15% chance to end your Winning Streak, and when it does, your next Raptor Strike or Mongoose Bite deals 400% increased damage and reduces the cooldown of Wildfire Bomb by 10 seconds. So this is a very big difference. And it's not generic. It has to do with Raptor Strike, which is something that has been really in the dumps for Survival Hunter for a long time now. There's builds right now in Season 1 of the War Within where you don't even really press Raptor Strike because you don't have time to press it, because you got to press like Butchery, and then you've got Wildfire Bomb. If you're playing Fury, you've got Fury, and then Coordinated Assault gives you Tip of the Spear charges to press more Wildfire Bombs. You have to press kill command in order to get your Wildfire Bomb or your Tip of the Spear procs going. There's just a lot of other buttons that you need to be pressing. Explosive Shot, yada yada, right? So Raptor Strike, or certainly Mongoose Bite, isn't even really taken anymore, and I don't think it's going to be taken in Season 2, but you weren't even pressing Raptor Strike in Season 1, right? And oh, I got a hair there, sorry. I think you will be pressing it probably in Season 2 because of this bonus now and some really cool synergies that we're going to talk about right now. So number one, this just increases your single target damage in a big way, which is great, okay? Single target damage is big. Number two, Pack Leader got completely reworked if you weren't paying attention, right? It actually summons 3 different beasts now. The Wyvern just increases your damage done. The Boar dashes through enemies and buffs your next Raptor Strike or Mongoose Bite. We'll talk about that in a minute. The Bear jumps in and puts a big bleed on everything, okay? Now, this talent right here, Hogstrider, is going to completely change the synergy. It's going to create a brand new synergy between Raptor Strike and the new tier set bonus because they've changed it, and this did not exist before. Summoning your Boar refreshes the duration of Mongoose Fury. And this just gives you Mongoose Fury, by the way, which is only attainable if you have Mongoose Bite. But you don't have to take Mongoose Bite anymore because Hogstrider just gives you the buff. So now the damage of your Raptor Strike will actually increase with your Mongoose Fury stack. So 15% per stack up to 5. That's 75% more damage to your Raptor Strike when it's fully stacked up. And the other part of this that's so crazy, each time your board deals damage, you have a 25% chance to gain a stack of Mongoose Fury, and Raptor Strike will strike an additional target. So this can stack up to 4 times. It almost always stacks up to 4 times right away in AoE because your boar will charge through the enemies. And if you're hitting 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 enemies and your boar hits all of them, you're going to get 4 stacks of this Hogstrider immediately. And then if your tier set bonus is proccing at the same time, then you will have a 400% damage Raptor Strike coming down, hitting 5 targets, right? Because it hits 4 additional targets, I think, right? Yeah, 4 additional targets. The damage from it is absolutely bonkers. And on, I'll show you the PTR, and as I show the dungeon I did in a second, but there's a chance for you to basically have like a 6 to 10 million hit on Raptor Strike, and then that's cleaving to everybody else as well. There's a chance for that to happen. So I'll show you the buff in a second in action here. I just want to talk about one more synergy here, which is really cool. They also buffed Contagious Reagents, which is underneath Viper's Venom. They also buffed Viper's Venom. Viper's Venom now increases your Raptor Strike and Mongoose Bite damage by 15%. It doesn't do that right now on live. And of course, it adds the Serpent Sting. And then Contagious Reagent says reapplying Serpent Sting spreads it to 4 nearby enemies, not 2 nearby enemies, which is what it is on live. So both these talents are massively buffed. And it's like there's now immediate synergy with Hogstrider because you have a reason to press Raptor Strike in an AoE situation to start spreading those Serpent Stings. And as you can see, Serpent Sting becomes a large portion of your damage in AoE, which is really, really cool. It did almost 10% of my damage. It's just a passive thing that's proccing from my Raptor Strike. So very, very cool. Let me show you what this looks like. I will show you the proc once we get it from the Hogstrider. So just get ready for that. Let's jump in. We'll get this bomb going, and then we'll do this, and then we'll do coordinated into this, get a bomb going. We'll do Fury of the Eagle. This is without Bloodlust, of course. My haste isn't very good either. You also get really good synergy with Pack Leader, of course, reducing the cooldown of your butchery. Sorry, we're getting some pets out there. There we go. So you're gonna notice on my health bar here, the Hogstrider buff is gonna show up. I have a Raptor Strike proc right now. Want to see if the Hogstrider buff shows up first. I cannot attack that target. I don't think it will. We're gonna just press our Raptor Strike. We'll get another one in a second here. Get that. We got our pet going. There's the Hogstrider buff. I have 4 stacks now. Okay, so I just used it and I hit multiple enemies. Let's see if we can get a... Let's just leave the Hogstrider buff for now. See if we can get a proc on our Raptor Strike first. I don't think we're gonna get it, but that's okay. We've got a minute here. Okay, we're gonna use our buff here. There, it did a lot of damage still, which is really, really good. We'll see if we can get another... There, now we get it now, of course. We'll do Coordinated Assault, see if we can get a boar here. If we get the boar going through the enemies... How long does the Raptor Strike buff last? Oh, it didn't last about 10 seconds. Okay, good to know. So if you get that Raptor Strike buff from your tier set bonus, it lasts about 10 seconds, okay, which is pretty cool. There's Raptor Strike right there, just big cleave. Lining these two things up, of course, is going to be not like a miracle, but it's definitely going to be difficult to do, I would say. You need your winning streak to end in order for it to happen, which can be difficult to pull off, I would say. So if it does line up, if the stars align, then your damage will go absolutely through the roof, because you'll be cleaving like a 5-6 mil Raptor Strike, potentially up to like a 10 mil Raptor Strike, and that's going to be a crazy amount of damage. So either way, I think it's great that there's actually a reason to press Raptor Strike in AoE now, and I don't mind the idea of having to maintain my Serpent Stings. I actually think that's kind of cool. I think that's fairly fun gameplay, in my opinion. Now, some people might hate that, and I understand if you really hate that. I get it. We got the Hogstrider buff. Let's hold it for a second. We got the buff. Here we go. Big Raptor Strike. Boom. So that was the combo there. Then we have another Hogstrider buff. We get another cleaving Raptor Strike. You basically are going to want to use them right away, because you can see the Mongoose Fury buff there, buffing my Raptor Strike. Raptor Strike does 750,000 damage right now. So one thing about this is that you're really never going to take, in my opinion, I don't think you're ever going to end up taking Mongoose Bite. Like, I just don't see any reason to invest an extra talent point in here. Like, there's no reason to do it. So that's a little concerning, because Hogstrider is buffing Raptor Strike with Mongoose Fury anyway. You don't have to have Mongoose Bite. It just buffs Raptor Strike. So a little bit worrying there, but there's our bear damage. Fury of the Eagle is still pumping, by the way. It's pretty crazy. Raptor Strike is down here. I think over the course of time, your Raptor Strike damage would be a lot better. I think if I just was ignoring, if I wasn't trying so hard to like line them up, I obviously wasted a lot of time there trying to do that. But you can see we had some normal Raptor Strike hits for 4.4 million damage, which is insane. Okay. Serpent Sting dot being maintained there as well. Let me just show you in a real environment here what this is like. Again, I'm not sure my build is perfectly is totally correct. I have the Sikkim talent, which gives you your kill shot procs, which I think is good, but it might not be the best. There is a talent on the pack leader tree that says when you press kill shot, all of your pets will like pounce on the enemy that you're targeting, which is really good, of course. So I think there's a reason actually to probably take Sikkim with this build. But yeah, otherwise, I think the damage here is going to be absolutely fine. And I think this introduces a slightly new playstyle change for Survival Hunter, which is that Raptor Strike is now a priority if it's proccing from your tier set, and you're spreading lots of Serpent Stings for free, which is really good. They spread to 4 extra enemies now instead of 2, so you can get a lot of Serpent Sting damage, which I think is great. And then on top of that, of course, there's the Hog Strider interaction, and then plus your tier set bonus where you could have a cleaving Raptor Strike that's going to do like 4, 5, 6, up to 10 million damage potentially. I like the way it all works together. I think it's good. And I think that it's a much better design than the other tier set bonus was. I think that the initial tier set bonus was really generic and bland. You can still get big burst moments like this, of course. We're doing a decent amount of damage here. I think the bigger the packs, the better it's going to be actually for Survival Hunter, because Explosive Shot does crazy uncapped AoE damage. Your Wildfire Bomb hits everybody, right? Your Butchery hits everybody and puts that bleed on them. So there's a lot of really good AoE damage here, I would say, for Survival Hunter. I think it's looking very strong in season 2, and I love the way that pack leader ends up working. You can of course still play Sentinel, the other hero tree, if you want to, and it's got a lot of great burst AoE damage when that owl comes out and you're inside your cooldowns. That's a lot of burst damage you can do. But this tree, you know, I think has a little bit more of that consistency where you're always kind of summoning a beast every 25 seconds or so. Every time you press Coordinated Assault, you're summoning a beast. So there's some great I would say there's some great synergy there and consistency from pack to pack. And again, the damage is quite good. You can see we're doing about 3 million. This is a plus 10. I think we're item level 3. I forget what it is actually. I think we're like item level 3 or sorry, 640 here. Like I don't think we're actually that great. Maybe like 650 at the most. I forget what they scale us to. I didn't look at it, but let me get to another AoE pack here. But yeah, our damage is good. The damage is good. The cooldowns are good. The tip of the spear generation is solid with the 1 minute coordinated assault. And I don't mind that the tier set bonus is not giving us tip of the spear procs anymore. I think that's fine. I love when Raptor Strike lights up. It feels like you have this moment where you're like, holy shit, I'm about to just destroy these guys. So that's great. That's a good feeling. You want to have good feelings like that when you're playing this game, no matter what spec you're playing. You really want to have those moments where you're just like, oh man, I'm about to pop off. I got the proc that I was looking for, like that kind of thing. So yeah, really do enjoy it. There's another AoE pack after the next boss we can look at if you want. This is of course the Motherlode. Motherlode's going to be a great dungeon. Actually, I'm looking forward to it. Let me just skip ahead really quick. Sorry for the jittering here. This next AoE pack is really big, and again, I think represents a decent amount of what Survival Hunter will be able to do. You're going to be able to do a lot more if you're better at playing Survival Hunter than me. I'm not the best. I have a decent understanding of how to play this thing, but certainly I think I'm dropping tip of the spear stacks and stuff like that. So, but it's good. It's good. I think the build works. I enjoy the Raptor Strike procs. It's a much better design than it was before, and I think it's going to be exciting. I think we're going to see some disgusting Raptor Strikes coming out of people on the PTR. Like people are just going to start decking like AoE packs for like 10, 12 million damage if they have everything kind of lined up together. And it's going to be a really cool thing to see. So I'm sure there's going to be some trinket that you can pick up that gives you like mastery or something, like a huge mastery proc, and then, or maybe a huge crit proc. And if your Raptor Strike crits with the Hog Strider buff, with the tier set bonus buff, I know that's a lot of ifs, but if all those things line up, you're literally just going to annihilate something, and it's going to cleave. It's going to be a really cool moment. So if you're interested in Survival Hunter, I think Pack Leader plus the new tier set bonus is going to create these really fun moments for you, and you're going to enjoy playing it, in my opinion. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I think Survival's looking strong. It's a candidate for me as my DPS main. I haven't figured out what I'm going to play as my DPS main in the season yet. Enhancement Shaman and Survival Hunter are right at the top together now. So I'm going to be going through a lot of the other DPS on my stream. If you want to check it out and see me sort of figuring out what I want to do while testing all this stuff, then come check it out at twitch.tv/ZucoWoW. Thanks for watching, guys. I love y'all. I'll see you in the next one.